You respect that, but you really believe you're gonna smash this guy?
Of course, I really believe because brother, he lose in the UFC 7 times, brother. He's not gonna upset if he lose one more time.
How long?
People finish him 7 times, brother. UFC, some guys finish him 7 times, and this guy champion in my division. I'm very upset because.
So as most of us know, Islam Makhachev is set to face Charles Olivera for the stripped UFC lightweight title. I'll make a separate video of how I think the fight will look like stylistically, but this video was mostly just to kind of describe the aura and mindset of Islam Makhachev, because this guy is a freaking animal. And just to put it into simplest terms, the Islam Makhachev of 2022 is a man that does not think he can be beat. I know this is the type of mindset that most fighters operate under, but if you were to truly open up Islam Makhachev's head, you would see that I don't even think he can even imagine himself losing to Charles Oliveira. Let me just remind everyone that this is a man that has pretty much dedicated his whole life to just training, eating, sleeping, praying, and that's pretty much it. His whole life has just been revolved around turning him into this mixed martial arts machine. You can tell just by the way he talks and carries himself in this sport that he's an animal both in body and in mind. If you guys can remember the Dan Hooker fight, I think it was a pure example of just Islam Makhachev being a beast in the cage. I don't think Dan Hooker needs an introduction. We all know how good he is. We all know who he trains with. So to see Islam Makhachev just go in there and make it look that easy against Dan Hooker, which by the way, Dan knew exactly what Islam was going to do in that fight. When you know, as an athlete, when you know what someone's going to do, but you can't stop it, whether it be that person is going to use their speed or that person is going to use their power, and you cannot stop it, that is when things start to become scary in a sport. Now, with that being said, if Islam Makhachev runs into a man that doesn't care about any of that stuff, possibly Charles Oliveira, right? A man that doesn't care about how highly other people value your skill set, or a man that only cares about his own and isn't worried about another person's skill set, there could be problems for Islam. We've seen the type of fighter Charles Oliveira is, and I think at this point everyone knows that you can't really count him out no matter how many times he ends up on his back in a fight. He's managed to find a way to win, and these are against elite fighters. This is such an interesting matchup because Charles actually prefers being on his back a lot of the times, or on someone else's back, no pun intended. But as we know, Islam, he likes to put you on the ground, control you on the ground. So it'll be interesting to see how Charles Oliveira's style kind of mixes and matches against Islam's. We could see a beautiful fight happen. So I'm just excited as you guys are. We'll stay tuned.